25 Hollywood stars who look completely different, vertical bar then and now 2025. Hollywood is full of jaw-dropping transformations, but some stars have changed so much, they're almost unrecognizable. From dramatic weight loss to shocking cosmetic procedures, these A-listers look nothing like they used to. Have you ever done a double take at a celebrity photo, wondering if it's even the same person? Whether it's for a movie role or personal choice, these makeovers have left fans stunned. Get ready to see 25 Hollywood stars who look completely different then and now. Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian rose to prominence through the reality series Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where she starred alongside her well-known Kardashian-Jenner family. Outside of television, she has established a thriving business empire, launching ventures such as her fashion label Good American, and hosting her own show, Revenge Body. In recent years, Khloe's appearance has changed significantly, making her look strikingly different from her early days on reality TV. Though she has admitted to using photo filters, she eventually confirmed undergoing cosmetic work during a Keeping Up with the Kardashians reunion special in June 2021. Addressing the rumors, Khloe stated, "Everyone says, oh my God, she's had her whole face done, but I've only had one nose job." Her openness contrasts with ongoing public speculation, suggesting she may have had additional cosmetic enhancements, including Botox, fillers, and other procedures. Melanie Griffith.
It would be a good way to sort of get that out of my body, my mind, my psyche.
Melanie Griffith, the daughter of iconic actress Tippi Hedren, entered the entertainment industry at an early age through modeling and television commercials. Her film career began in 1975 with Night Moves, but it was her portrayal of Tess McGill in Working Girl, 1988, that launched her to fame and earned her an Academy Award nomination. However, when comparing images of Griffith from the 1980s and 1990s to her present-day look, many fans struggle to recognize her. Some of these transformations may stem from a traumatic event early in her career. While filming Raw in 1977, Griffith was mauled by a lioness, sustaining facial wounds that required 50 stitches to heal. Over the years, she underwent multiple cosmetic procedures, gaining a reputation for her plump lips, often called a trout pout, and a smooth, glossy complexion which many attributed to Botox and fillers. Some plastic surgeons speculated that she also had eyelid surgery to preserve a youthful appearance. Addressing the backlash, Griffith admitted to US Weekly, "Most people say I look awful, I don't know if I really look that bad." In an honest conversation with Porter magazine, she confessed to overindulging in cosmetic enhancements. Reflecting on her experience, she revealed, "I didn't realize how far things had gone until people started saying, 'Oh my God, what have you done?' I was really upset, so I went to see another doctor, and he started to undo all the things the previous doctor had injected into me. I hope I look more normal now." Courtney Cox, an American actress and filmmaker, is best known for portraying Monica Geller on Friends and Gale Weathers in the Scream franchise. Her Hollywood career took off in 1984 with a guest appearance on the soap opera As the World Turns. Over the years, she has received Golden Globe and Emmy nominations and was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. From 2009 to 2015, Cox led the popular television series Cougar Town. However, during this period, public attention increasingly focused on changes to her appearance, sparking widespread speculation. When she attended the Hand of God premiere at the Ace Hotel in Los Angeles in 2015, many were surprised by her noticeably altered features. Her fuller face and different-looking eyes led to rumors of cosmetic enhancements. In a recent interview, Cox acknowledged having experimented with fillers and other aesthetic procedures, but later regretted those choices, admitting, "I didn't realize how strange I looked with the fillers and the things I did, which I wouldn't do now." Zac Efron first captured audiences as Troy Bolton, the charismatic basketball star in Disney's High School Musical. His striking looks and musical talent quickly cemented his status as a teen idol. He later broadened his career with roles in comedies like Neighbors and Baywatch, as well as dramatic projects such as The Greatest Showman and Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile. However, in April 2021, his appearance became a major talking point after fans noticed a significant change, sparking speculation and internet memes about possible plastic surgery. In 2022, Efron addressed these rumors, explaining that his sculpted look in Baywatch resulted from severe dehydration. To achieve that effect, he used Lasix, a strong diuretic, but later admitted, "I don't need to do that. I prefer having 2 to 3% more body fat." He also clarified that a serious jaw injury was the true cause of his altered facial structure. In 2018, he slipped while running in socks at home, hitting his chin on a fountain's edge. The accident detached his jawbone, requiring surgery that ultimately changed his appearance. Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer, an American actor recognized for his performances in comedies such as Top Secret and Real Genius, as well as action-packed films like Top Gun and the fantasy adventure Willow, received widespread praise for his portrayal of Jim Morrison in Oliver Stone's The Doors. In 2014, Kilmer drew attention due to significant weight loss, leading to speculation about his health. Addressing the rumors, he took to Facebook to explain that his transformation was deliberate as he was preparing to play Mark Twain in an upcoming project. He assured fans that he was in good health and that the weight loss was part of his dedication to the role. A month later, worries about Kilmer's well-being deepened when he was hospitalized, fueling speculation that he might be battling throat cancer. His representative later confirmed that he was undergoing medical tests for a possible tumor. By December of the following year, Kilmer was seen with a tracheostomy tube, making his health struggles even more apparent. His battle was further explored in the 2021 documentary Val, where Kilmer candidly shared his fight against throat cancer and the intensive treatments he endured, offering an intimate look at the difficulties he faced. This countdown gets wilder with each slide. Comment 1 to let us know you're here, and don't miss the full reveal by staying till the very end. Meg Ryan.
Not the same for men. Charlie Chaplin had babies when he was 73.
Meg Ryan became one of Hollywood's most beloved stars in the 1980s and 1990s, winning over audiences with her performances in classic romantic comedies. She gained widespread recognition through iconic roles in When Harry Met Sally and Sleepless in Seattle. With her natural beauty, charming personality, and relatable appeal, Ryan thrived in the industry, starring in additional hits like You've Got Mail and French Kiss, cementing her legacy in the romantic film genre. Over time, however, noticeable changes in her appearance led to comparisons to her younger self and fueled speculation, with headlines such as Misshaping Meg and questions like, what happened to Meg Ryan's face? Rumors about possible cosmetic procedures began circulating in the mid-2000s, though Ryan has never addressed them publicly. A plastic surgeon speaking to Hollywood Life suggested that her altered look could be the result of fillers or fat transfer in her cheeks, making them appear unusually puffy. The expert also speculated that she may have had a facelift, a nose job, and Botox treatments. Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim, the influential rapper who rose to fame in the 1990s as a member of Junior Mafia, has undergone a dramatic transformation in her appearance over the years. Best known for hits like Crush on You, No Time, and Lady Marmalade, she now looks drastically different from her early days in the industry. In 2005, Lil' Kim disclosed that she had undergone a nose job after suffering a broken nose due to an abusive relationship, requiring surgery to repair the damage. However, as time passed, fans noticed further changes to her face and body, leading to speculation about additional cosmetic procedures. While her representatives denied these rumors, plastic surgeon Dr. Jennifer Levine suggested that Lil' Kim may have undergone further enhancements. The doctor speculated that she might have used skin-bleaching agents, possibly strong acids, to lighten her complexion, and noted visible modifications to her facial structure, particularly around her eyes. These observations only fueled continued curiosity about her evolving appearance. Anjelica Huston. Anjelica Huston, a renowned American actress, director, and model, is widely admired for her striking presence and compelling performances. As the daughter of legendary filmmaker John Huston and granddaughter of actor Walter Huston, she carried on her family's artistic legacy with remarkable skill. Her exceptional performance in Prizzi's Honor, 1985, earned her an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. In recent years, however, noticeable changes in her appearance have made her almost unrecognizable compared to her earlier iconic roles, prompting discussions about her evolving look. In 2013, Huston attracted considerable attention at an NBC event due to her visibly altered features, sparking speculation about possible cosmetic procedures. Addressing the topic in a 2020 interview, she admitted to contemplating surgery, particularly for her neck, but ultimately chose not to proceed. She explained, "Once you start with the neck, you have to do the chin as well, and I'm not sure if I want to go that route," expressing her uncertainty and reluctance about undergoing such alterations. Daryl Hannah.
Hence its handle, Death Incarnate. Pretty cool, huh?
Daryl Hannah rose to Hollywood stardom in the 1980s, mesmerizing audiences with her striking beauty and memorable performances in films like Splash alongside Tom Hanks, as well as Blade Runner, Roxanne, and Steel Magnolias. However, in recent years, her appearance has changed significantly, making her look quite different from her Splash era. Hannah has repeatedly denied undergoing cosmetic surgery, stating, "I'm too squeamish to have surgery unless it's absolutely necessary to save my life." She also told the Daily Mail in 2010 that she lost job opportunities after a circulated photo-fueled speculation about possible cosmetic procedures, despite her firm denials. Though Hannah insists she has not had any surgical enhancements, some experts have suggested otherwise. Hollywood Life consulted plastic surgeons Dr. Richard Fleming and Dr. Adam Schaffner for their opinions on her changed appearance. Dr. Fleming observed, "To me, there's a lot more fullness and it's not a natural contour. I don't know what they did, but clearly there's filler there." Meanwhile, Dr. Schaffner noted, "It could be lighting and makeup, but in recent photos her nose looks different," adding to ongoing speculation about her transformation. Mark McGrath. Mark McGrath rose to fame in the late 1990s as the lead vocalist of Sugar Ray, the rock band behind hits like Fly and Every Morning. With his laid-back surfer charm and high-energy stage presence, he became a pop-rock sensation. He later transitioned into television, hosting shows like Extra and making reality TV appearances, which helped keep him in the public eye. However, over the years, McGrath's appearance has changed noticeably, making him look quite different from his early rock star days. When he joined Celebrity Big Brother in 2018, fans speculated about possible plastic surgery, pointing to visible differences around his cheekbones and eyes. In response, McGrath addressed the rumors on Twitter, writing, "It's ridiculous that I have to respond to these plastic surgery rumors, but I'll clarify, I have never had any cosmetic surgery. I'm just naturally good-looking." Despite his denial, many were surprised by his altered look. Life and Style Extra consulted Miami-based plastic surgeon Dr. Sue, who speculated that McGrath may have undergone rhinoplasty, suggesting that the changes were so dramatic they significantly affected his overall appearance. Mark McGrath denies having plastic surgery. Do you believe him? Comment yes or no and share your reasoning. Priscilla Presley. Priscilla Presley first gained fame in the 1960s as the wife of Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll. However, she quickly carved out her own path in the entertainment industry, achieving success as an actress, most notably portraying Jenna Wade on Dallas and starring in the Naked Gun film series. Beyond acting, she played a pivotal role in safeguarding Elvis's legacy, managing Graceland, and establishing herself as a prominent public figure. Whether recognized as Elvis Presley's widow or as Jenna Wade, many may struggle to identify Priscilla Presley today. She became a victim of unlicensed cosmetic procedures performed by Dr. Daniel Serrano, who promoted costly European silicone injections to his clients. In reality, the silicone he used was industrial-grade material imported from Argentina. Priscilla, along with several others, suffered complications from these unauthorized treatments, which drastically altered her facial features, particularly around her eyes, cheeks, and lips. Serrano's illegal activities ultimately led to his prosecution, and in 2006, he was sentenced to 18 months in prison. Renee Zellweger. Renee Zellweger, an American actress, began her career performing in small stage productions during college before securing roles in films like Dazed and Confused and Reality Bites. She rose to fame with standout performances in romantic comedies such as Jerry Maguire, the family drama One True Thing, and the satirical dark comedy Nurse Betty, which earned her a Golden Globe Award. In 2014, Zellweger garnered significant attention when she appeared at the Elle Women in Hollywood event, looking noticeably different, leaving many attendees surprised by her transformation. Addressing the public reaction, she told People magazine, "I'm glad people think I look different. I'm living a more fulfilling, healthier life, and I'm happy that it shows." While speculation about cosmetic procedures spread, Zellweger dismissed these rumors, crediting her appearance to lifestyle changes. She explained, "My friends tell me I look peaceful and healthy. I hadn't felt that way in a long time." She admitted that exhaustion had taken a toll before she prioritized self-care. Zellweger also opened up about the emotional impact of public scrutiny. In an interview with SiriusXM, she recalled overhearing strangers in a subway station debating whether she had undergone plastic surgery. Though the moment was difficult, she refused to let the criticism define her. Instead, she focused on maintaining her confidence and well-being, proving her resilience despite intense public speculation. Tori Spelling. Tori Spelling became a household name in the 1990s for her role as Donna Martin on the iconic teen drama Beverly Hills 90210, a show produced by her father, acclaimed television producer Aaron Spelling. Her performance made her a fan favorite and cemented her as a pop culture staple of the era. Over time, she broadened her career by starring in various TV shows and reality series and publishing multiple books, further solidifying her place in Hollywood. In recent years, Spelling's appearance has changed noticeably, making it harder for some fans to recognize her as the beloved 90210 character. While aging plays a role, Spelling has openly acknowledged having cosmetic procedures, including a nose job and breast augmentation. Ongoing speculation about additional treatments has fueled discussions about her transformation. Speaking on Jeff Lewis Live on SiriusXM, she addressed her evolving look, stating, "I look completely different. I've had a nose job and now it's straighter." She also credited exosome therapy, a regenerative skin treatment designed to minimize aging signs, as another factor contributing to her altered appearance. Jennifer Grey. Jennifer Grey became a household name in the late 1980s, best known for her role as Frances Baby Houseman in Dirty Dancing, where she starred alongside Patrick Swayze. With her signature curly hair and distinctive nose, she stood out as a unique presence in Hollywood. However, her career took an unexpected turn after undergoing 2 rhinoplasty surgeries in the early 1990s, which significantly altered her appearance and left her almost unrecognizable. This transformation coincided with the emotional toll of surviving a devastating car accident involving her co-star Matthew Broderick. Grey has been candid about how the surgeries negatively impacted her career, as audiences no longer recognized her in the same way. Reflecting on the experience, she once remarked, "I went into the operating room as a famous person and came out as someone completely unrecognizable. It was the worst nose job in the world. I will always be a former famous actress, but no one recognizes me because of a nose job." Uma Thurman. Uma Thurman, a highly acclaimed American actress, became a defining figure of the 1990s and early 2000s with her performances across romantic comedies, psychological thrillers, sci-fi films, and action movies. She rose to international fame as Mia Wallace in Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, 1994, a role that earned her nominations for an Academy Award, BAFTA, Golden Globe, and Screen Actors Guild Award for Best Supporting Actress. In recent years, however, Thurman's changing appearance has sparked discussion, with many noting a significant difference from her earlier Hollywood days. In 2015, her look at a public event fueled speculation about possible cosmetic surgery as she appeared noticeably altered. Addressing the rumors on The Today Show, Thurman dismissed the claims, attributing her different look to her makeup artist experimenting with a new technique. However, Mark Norick, clinical director at Transform Cosmetic Surgery, presented another view. In an interview with Daily Mail, he suggested that Thurman's transformation could be the result of excessive cosmetic procedures, particularly around her eyes. He speculated that she may have undergone lower eyelid surgery or blepharoplasty to eliminate under-eye bags, also noting her lack of eye makeup, which he believed could indicate precautions taken to prevent infection after a recent procedure. Blac Chyna. Blac Chyna, an American model, TV personality, rapper, and entrepreneur, first gained widespread recognition in 2010 after appearing in Kanye West's Monster music video as a stand-in for Nicki Minaj. Her fame continued to rise that same year when rapper Drake referenced her in Miss Me, leading to features in publications like Dime Piece, Straight Stuntin', and Black Men's Magazine. In March 2023, Blac Chyna began openly documenting her journey to reverse past cosmetic procedures on Instagram. She shared her experiences visiting doctors, starting with the removal of facial fillers from her jawline and cheeks, in an effort to embrace a more natural appearance. During a live stream, she expressed her thoughts on the transformation, stating, "I'm tired of this look. It's not beautiful anymore. It's completely changed my face, and I just want to go back to being Angela." In subsequent videos, she detailed her choice to downsize her breast implants, describing it as one of the best choices she'd ever made. Additionally, she removed the silicone butt injections she had received at 19, warning others about the dangers of similar procedures by advising, "Don't inject silicone." Reflecting on why she initially pursued these cosmetic enhancements, China admitted, "I was so young back then, I just wanted to have a body like the women in my circle. I wanted to be one of the standout girls." Rebel Wilson. Rebel Wilson became a household name through her comedic roles in films like Pitch Perfect, Bridesmaids, and Isn't It Romantic, often playing quirky, lovable sidekicks or lead characters with sharp wit. Her portrayal of Fat Amy in Pitch Perfect became especially iconic, cementing her status as a standout comedy star. However, in recent years, Wilson has undergone a dramatic transformation, shedding a significant amount of weight and altering her appearance, making her look quite different from her earlier film roles. In January 2020, Wilson took to Instagram to announce her year of health, committing to a personal journey centered on fitness and mindful eating, with a goal of reaching 165 pounds, about 75 kilograms. She worked closely with a personal trainer and adjusted her diet to focus on overall well-being. By May, she acknowledged the challenges but remained determined. In November, Wilson told People magazine that she had lost approximately 40 pounds, 18 kilograms, and felt healthier than ever. She credited much of her success to a high-protein diet featuring fish and chicken breast, which helped her establish lasting, sustainable habits. Is discussing weight loss insensitive or valuable? Let us know why. Share your opinion by commenting valuable or insensitive. Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke, known for his rugged charisma and intense performances, became a Hollywood sensation in the 1980s, with films like Angel Heart and 9½ Weeks, where he shared the screen with Kim Basinger. However, after a series of commercial and critical disappointments, Rourke made a bold decision in 1991 to step away from acting and pursue professional boxing, a sport he had trained in during his youth. This career shift had a lasting impact on both his life and physical appearance. His time in the ring resulted in serious facial injuries, requiring multiple reconstructive surgeries. Reflecting on this experience, Rourke admitted, "Most of the surgeries were to repair the damage from boxing, but I ended up choosing the wrong doctor for the reconstruction. I broke my nose twice, had 5 surgeries on my nose, and 1 on my cheekbone. The combination of these surgeries and the natural effects of aging has left Rourke nearly unrecognizable compared to his younger years." Despite these dramatic changes, Rourke made an extraordinary comeback in the early 2000s, receiving widespread acclaim for his role in The Wrestler. Cosmetic surgeon Dr. Anthony Yun speculated that Rourke may have undergone various procedures, including a facelift, eyelid lifts, and hair transplants. Meanwhile, Dr. Hyla Elatar suggested that some aspects of his appearance could be linked to potential facial paralysis from excessive Botox use. Christian Bale. A British actor celebrated for his adaptability, Christian Bale launched his career in childhood, earning early recognition with his performance in Steven Spielberg's Empire of the Sun, 1987, at the age of 13. His entry into mainstream Hollywood was marked by his compelling portrayal of Patrick Bateman in American Psycho, 2000, which established him as a prominent leading man. Bale's career is distinguished by dramatic physical shifts, most famously seen in The Machinist, 2004, where he shed roughly 60 pounds to depict an emaciated insomniac. To accomplish this extreme weight loss, he reportedly limited himself to an apple and a can of tuna daily. Subsequently, he dramatically increased his physique for the role of Batman, adding over 100 pounds of muscle. Bale's dedication to his characters often entails intense dietary and fitness routines, along with significant fluctuations in weight. In discussions with the press, Bale has adopted a practical perspective on these transformations, saying, "I just like the challenges. I like the idea of being able to become somebody else completely." These efforts have reinforced his standing as a committed and transformative performer, garnering respect and acclaim within the industry. Nevertheless, they have also prompted conversations about the possible health concerns tied to such radical changes. Colin Farrell. An Irish actor, Colin Farrell, gained prominence in the early 2000s through his work in movies such as Tigerland, 2000, and Phone Booth, 2002. His appealing ruggedness and magnetic performances soon established him as a beloved figure in Hollywood. Nevertheless, His portrayal of Oswald Cobblepot the Penguin in The Batman, 2022, revealed his readiness to embrace significant physical changes. To play this character, Farrell achieved an incredible transformation with the help of prosthetics, making himself almost unidentifiable. The change was so convincing that even his fellow cast members failed to recognize him during filming. Each day, Farrell invested up to 4 hours in the makeup chair to complete the look, which involved wearing a fat suit, facial prosthetics, and detailed makeup. In media conversations, Farrell conveyed his enthusiasm for the process, saying, "I'd only done it a couple of times, so I was still kind of learning how to move in it. It was just so fun to inhabit." Farrell's devotion to the role and his eagerness to alter his appearance extensively received admiration from both critics and fans. This effort not only highlighted his dedication to acting, but also expanded potential opportunities for diverse character roles throughout his career. Charlize Theron. A South African-American actress, Charlize Theron initially pursued modeling before shifting to acting in the mid-1990s. Her significant breakthrough occurred with her part in The Devil's Advocate, 1997. Yet it was her stunning portrayal in Monster, 2003, that highlighted her range as an actress. To embody serial killer Aileen Wuornos, Theron underwent a striking physical metamorphosis. She added 30 pounds to her frame, donned prosthetic teeth, and used makeup to alter her skin, creating a rugged and weary appearance. The change was so profound that many audience members failed to recognize her. Theron's dedication to this role earned her widespread praise, including an Academy Award for Best Actress. In discussions, Theron has emphasized the significance of physical alteration in her craft, saying, "I'm not interested in playing characters that look like me, I'm interested in playing characters that challenge me." This devotion to transformation has persisted throughout her career, with remarkable changes for performances in movies such as Mad Max Fury Road 2015 and Bombshell 2019. Theron's readiness to modify her appearance for roles has not only received critical recognition, but also solidified her standing as one of Hollywood's most adaptable and dedicated actresses. Jared Leto. Jared Leto, an American actor and musician, first gained prominence in the mid-1990s with his role in the teen drama series My So-Called Life. His film career quickly took off with critically acclaimed performances in Fight Club, 1999, and Requiem for a Dream, 2000. However, Leto is perhaps best known for his extreme physical transformations, which have become a defining aspect of his acting career. For his role as a transgender woman in Dallas Buyers Club 2013, Leto lost 30 pounds and completely waxed his body, a commitment that earned him an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. In contrast, for his portrayal of Mark David Chapman in Chapter 27, 2007, he gained an astonishing 67 pounds, which led to him developing gout. His dedication to physical transformation continued in later roles, including Suicide Squad, 2016, where he underwent a striking makeover as the Joker, complete with green hair, tattoos, and dental prosthetics. Leto has spoken about how these transformations shape his performances, stating, "I do think there is something to be said for transformation and fully committing to the part." While his willingness to alter his appearance has earned admiration, it has also sparked concern among fans and industry professionals, fueling discussions about the extremes actors endure for their craft. Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman, an Australian-American actress, began her career in Australian film and television before breaking into Hollywood in the early 1990s with roles in Dead Calm, 1989, and Days of Thunder, 1990. Her ability to take on diverse roles has been a defining feature of her career, but her portrayal of Virginia Woolf in The Hours, 2002, particularly highlighted her commitment to physical transformation. For the role, she wore a prosthetic nose that drastically altered her appearance, making her almost unrecognizable to many viewers. This powerful performance earned her an Academy Award for Best Actress. In recent years, Kidman has faced ongoing speculation about her youthful appearance and whether cosmetic procedures have played a role. Though she has largely kept such matters private, she has shared her perspective on aging in the entertainment industry. Speaking with Vogue, she stated, "I embrace the idea of aging, and I'm so lucky to be healthy." Regardless of the speculation, Kidman continues to take on roles that require significant physical changes, such as her portrayal of Lucille Ball in Being the Ricardos, 2021, where she used wigs and prosthetics to capture Ball's likeness. Her career exemplifies how physical transformations, whether for acting or personal reasons, can shape an actor's public image and influence the roles they take on. Craziest ways celebrities died. You've seen them on screens, stages, and feeds. Celebrities worshipped like modern-day gods. But guess what? They're human just like us. And some of them, they went out in ways so wild, so bizarre, you won't believe it. Ever heard of a singer electrocuting himself in his own bathtub? Or an escape artist taken down by his own appendix? Sounds crazy, right? But it gets weirder. From toilet mishaps to stunts that belong in the Darwin Awards, this is the dark side of fame you didn't know about. Ready to find out how these legends met their match? Trust me, you won't see this coming. Let's dive in. John James. John James, a Canadian rapper, stunt performer, and professional skier, gained prominence during the 2010s. Known for his versatility, he often incorporated daring stunts into his music videos. Sounds impressive, right? Unfortunately, one such stunt pushed the limits too far. In 2018, while filming for an upcoming music video, James attempted an extremely reckless feat. Walking along the wing of an airborne plane, and not just any plane, a small Cessna aircraft flying hundreds of feet above the ground. As he stepped onto the wing, his weight disrupted the plane's balance, causing it to spiral downward. Now, James wasn't entirely reckless. He had strapped on a parachute as a precaution. But in the midst of the chaos, he clung to the wing for too long. By the time he finally let go, there was no opportunity to deploy the parachute in time. The outcome was inevitable. Let's just hope that particular music video never sees the light of day. Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley, famously known as the King of Rock and Roll, remains one of the most legendary figures in music history. Although his career reached its peak in the 1950s, he still holds the position of the world's third highest-selling music artist. That's pretty remarkable, right? What's far less admirable, however, is the manner in which he passed away. As he entered his 40s, his health took a serious decline. He had a strong fondness for rich, fatty foods, particularly hamburgers. But as he aged and his metabolism naturally slowed, his indulgent diet caused his weight to soar to approximately 350 pounds, nearly twice the size of the average man today. Unfortunately, in 1977, when he was just 42, his excessive lifestyle took its toll. While attempting to relieve himself in the bathroom, Elvis, who struggled with severe constipation, suffered a fatal heart attack. However, this wasn't an ordinary heart attack. According to the coroner, it resulted from something called Valsalva's maneuver. In simple terms, he strained so intensely while trying to have a bowel movement that it put pressure on his aorta, one of the heart's primary blood sources, ultimately triggering the attack. Tragically, the king of rock and roll was later discovered unresponsive by his girlfriend, lying face down and partially undressed on the bathroom floor. Not exactly the most rock and roll way to go, is it? Dar Robinson. Dar Robinson, a legendary American stuntman and actor, dominated the industry from the 1960s to the 1980s, setting an impressive 21 world stunt records. Dubbed the king of the stuntmen, he was known for jaw-dropping feats, including an astonishing 900-foot freefall from Toronto's CN Tower. Incredible, right? But even the bravest daredevils can't outrun danger forever. In 1986, while working as a stunt double on the high-energy film $1 Million Mystery, Robinson performed a daring maneuver, crashing a motorcycle into a guardrail at 40 miles per hour before launching himself over it into a safety net. With the toughest stunt behind him, he likely felt he could ease up. Unfortunately, that proved to be a fatal assumption. Later that day, while filming a routine motorbike chase, he raced down a steep hill toward a sharp curve. Instead of making the turn, he lost control of his dirt bike and plummeted off a rugged 40-foot cliff. What a tragic and unexpected ending. Steve Irwin. If you grew up in the 90s, then you know Steve Irwin was an absolute legend. This Australian wildlife enthusiast became famous as a charismatic TV personality, primarily for hosting the hit nature series, The Crocodile Hunter. True to its name, the show featured him interacting with crocodiles, snakes, spiders. Basically, if it was deadly, Steve made it his mission to get up close. Then, in September 2006, he was off the eastern coast of Australia filming a new documentary called Ocean's Deadliest. While wading through shallow waters, Irwin encountered a massive short-tailed stingray spanning an incredible 8 feet across. Now, any rational person would instinctively keep their distance from such an enormous creature. But Steve Irwin wasn't just anyone. He moved in for a better look, confident that stingrays are generally docile and more likely to flee than attack. Unfortunately, this particular stingray wasn't in the mood to play nice. As Steve drew nearer, the creature unexpectedly lifted its front and plunged its razor-sharp 8-inch barb straight into his chest. Irwin initially believed the stingray's barb had pierced his lung, but in reality it had punctured his heart. As if that wasn't deadly enough, short-tailed stingray barbs are also venomous. Well, at least he passed away doing what he was passionate about, which is certainly a better fate than dying on the toilet. Some of these celebrity deaths will leave you speechless. Drop it a 1 in the comments and stay until the end to hear the craziest stories. Bruce Lee. Finding a celebrity as fearless as Steve Irwin is no easy task, but Bruce Lee might just fit the bill. The Hong Kong-American martial artist and actor became a global icon through films like Enter the Dragon and The Way of the Dragon, while also popularizing the legendary phrase, "Be water, my friend." So undeniably cool. Given his legendary status, one might assume it would take something extraordinary to bring him down. Yet reality proved otherwise. In 1973, while rehearsing for an upcoming film, Lee complained of dizziness and a headache. His lover, Betty Ting, offered him Equagesic, a powerful aspirin-based medication. After taking the pill, he lay down to rest, only to never wake up. Official reports attributed his death to cerebral edema or brain swelling, triggered by an allergic reaction to the drug. However, recent research suggests a different culprit: kidney dysfunction. Despite his lean physique, Lee frequently followed juice-based diets and consumed excessive amounts of water, disrupting his body's hydration balance. This may have led to hyponatremia, a condition where excess water retention causes nausea, cramping, and, you guessed it, headaches. In severe cases like Lee's, it can result in seizures and rapid brain swelling. Perhaps after all it was too much water, my friend. Jeff Buckley. American singer-songwriter Jeff Buckley skyrocketed to fame in the mid-1990s, largely due to his haunting rendition of Hallelujah. Ironically, his tragic end would be anything but divine. In 1997, Buckley was in Memphis, working on the follow-up to his critically acclaimed debut album, Grace. One warm afternoon, he and his friend Keith Foti decided to relax by the Wolf River, a tributary of the Mississippi. Feeling spontaneous, Buckley waded into the water, without bothering to remove his jeans, t-shirt, or even his combat boots. Swimming while fully clothed is significantly harder since wet fabric becomes heavy and restrictive. However, Buckley, a strong swimmer, seemed unconcerned. At first, everything appeared normal, until a boat passed by. As it moved through the river, Foti briefly lost sight of Buckley. What exactly transpired remains a mystery, but one thing was certain: he vanished. It's likely that turbulence from the boat's wake dragged him underwater. When his body was discovered 5 days later, toxicology reports confirmed he was completely sober at the time. A deeply unsettling and strangely un-rock-and-roll way to go. John Denver. However, Jeff Buckley isn't the only musician to meet a watery end. Renowned country singer-songwriter John Denver suffered a similar fate. Best known for timeless hits like Take Me Home Country Roads and Leaving on a Jet Plane, Denver's music eerily foreshadowed his own tragic passing. Beyond his success in the music industry, he had a deep passion for aviation. Throughout his flying career, he logged an impressive 700+ hours in the sky. However, in October 1997, Denver had just acquired a sleek, long, easy aircraft and was eager to test it out. Taking off from Monterey Peninsula Airport, he set course over the Pacific Ocean. The weather was pristine, clear skies, perfect conditions for flying. But at exactly 5:28 p.m., witnesses on the ground heard a sudden explosive noise. His plane had plummeted straight into the sea. Given his experience, what could have gone so terribly wrong? Turns out, in his excitement, Denver had neglected a crucial step: refueling the aircraft. That's surprising, considering a trained pilot would typically conduct thorough pre-flight inspections to avoid such oversights, right? Well, there's a catch. Denver wasn't actually licensed to fly at the time. His pilot's license had been revoked over a year earlier, and now it's all too clear why. Man, first Bruce Lee, then Jeff Buckley, and now John Denver. Celebrities and bodies of water just don't seem to mix. Jim Hesselton. Not all famous figures come from Hollywood. Take Jim Hesselton, for instance. He gained recognition as a successful entrepreneur, best known for developing the Hesco Bastion, a key military fortification. With the immense wealth he amassed, Hesselton went on to purchase Segway Inc., the company behind the iconic two-wheeled personal transporter, from its original inventor in 2009. Ironically, that very decision would lead to his tragic end. Following the acquisition, Hesselton seemingly embraced the Segway as his preferred mode of transport. During one of his rides, he encountered a pedestrian walking their dog. Ordinarily, that wouldn't be an issue, but Hesselton happened to be traveling near a dangerously steep drop. In an effort to provide the dog walker with extra space, he reversed, only to lose control of the Segway entirely and vanish from view. Any guesses as to where he landed? Unfortunately, both Hesselton and his Segway plummeted 40 feet below, and neither made it out alive. Life can be unpredictable. Have you ever experienced an unexpected event with ironic consequences? Share your story in the comments below. Xiao Chumei. From Addison Rae to Bella Poarch and Charli D'Amelio, a new wave of celebrities has risen to fame through TikTok. In China, the trend is no different, with 23-year-old Xiao Chumei amassing over 100,000 followers on Douyin, the country's version of the app. A professional crane operator, she captivated audiences with live streams filmed from high above in her cabin. However, in July 2021, a routine video took a horrifying turn. While recording herself atop the crane as usual, Chumei somehow lost her footing and plunged 160 feet to her death, roughly the same height as London's Nelson's Column. As terrifying as that sounds, what makes it even more unsettling is that she continued holding onto her phone throughout the fall, inadvertently live streaming the entire tragedy. Social media is no stranger to eerie content, but this incident might just take the crown. Or in this case, well, the opposite. Timothy Hall, Timbo the Redneck. Timothy Hall, better known online as Timbo the Redneck, built a following of over 200,000 fans by sharing videos of fishing, pranks and stunts with his prized pickup truck Big Booty Judy. Quite the name, huh? Unfortunately, like many dangerous loves, Judy would ultimately be his downfall. In 2021, at just 18 years old, Hall was attempting donuts in his beloved truck, but took things too far. Losing control at high speed, he was suddenly ejected through the driver's side window. Dazed and injured, he wasn't able to move in time before the truck flipped, crushing him beneath its weight. A devastating end to a young life. If there's any takeaway here, it's this: the only donuts you should be messing with are the kind that come glazed. Aeschylus. But bizarre celebrity deaths aren't just a modern phenomenon. Nearly 2,500 years before TikTok Timbo met his fate, ancient Greek playwright Aeschylus was roaming the streets. Dubbed the father of tragedy, his title would soon take on an ironic twist. One morning, Aeschylus stepped outside, perhaps to brainstorm ideas for his next great play. Little did he know, high above him, an eagle had just caught a tortoise and was clutching it tightly in its talons. According to legend, the bird mistook Aeschylus's gleaming bald head for a rock, and in an attempt to crack open the tortoise's shell, let it drop right onto his skull. Maybe the eagle just wasn't a fan of his work. As if that weren't eerie enough, Aeschylus was reportedly staying outdoors to avoid a prophecy that foretold he would die from a falling object. When luck runs out, it really runs out. Since he was the father of tragedy, it's possible later Greek playwrights embellished his death for dramatic effect. But if the tale is true, that would make him history's very first celebrity. Henry the Tortoises aren't the only creatures responsible for a celebrity's demise. Henry I, one of the most prominent figures of the 12th century, ruled England from 1100 to 1135. During the Middle Ages, lampreys were considered a delicacy among the upper class, and Henry had an insatiable craving for these jawless fish, best known for their nightmarish, sucker-like mouths lined with hooked teeth. According to a contemporary chronicler, the king was in the middle of one of his infamous lamprey feasts when, without warning, he keeled over and died. But what exactly happened? Did he choke, suffer an allergic reaction? While failing to properly clean a lamprey's mucus coating can lead to poisoning, causing symptoms like cramps, diarrhea, and vomiting, no deaths have been definitively linked to it. So while the fish may have made Henry sick, it probably wasn't the true killer. A recent study suggests that the real culprit was Listeria monocytogenes, a lethal foodborne bacterium with a mortality rate of up to 30%. It can cause meningitis, sepsis, and gastroenteritis, thriving in cool, damp environments, just like Henry's stone fortress. In the end, it seems England's king fell victim to either tainted seafood or deadly microbes, and honestly, neither sounds like a great way to go. Do you think the lampreys really killed King Henry I? Comment yes or no and tell us why. Tycho Brahe. Is there anything worse than desperately needing to pee but being unable to reach a bathroom? Tycho Brahe certainly knew that struggle. A Danish astronomer from the 16th century, Brahe is celebrated for mapping over 1,000 stars in his lifetime. You might assume an astronomer would lead a quiet, reserved life, but that wasn't the case with him. He owned a pet moose, and after losing part of his nose in a sword fight, he famously wore a brass prosthetic in its place. Yet the most extraordinary part of his story is how it ended. In 1601, Brahe attended a lavish banquet. At some point during the feast, he felt the pressing need to relieve himself. However, believing it would be rude to excuse himself, he chose to hold it in, and he committed to it, so much so that by the time he finally returned home hours later, he found himself completely unable to urinate. For days, Brahe remained unable to pee, and his condition rapidly worsened. Along with that, he developed relentless insomnia, a persistent fever, and severe delirium, symptoms eerily consistent with a ruptured bladder. After enduring 11 excruciating days, his bladder ultimately failed him, leading to his death. Yikes. So if you ever find yourself at a formal dinner and nature calls, forget etiquette, just go. Hans Steininger. Though not widely remembered today, Hans Steininger was a prominent figure in the mid-16th century. As the mayor of Braunau am Inn, Austria, he was well respected. But what truly made him stand out was his extraordinary facial hair. Steininger sported a legendary beard measuring an incredible 4.5 feet long, trailing well past his feet. It was so unwieldy that he typically folded it up and tucked it into his pocket to keep it under control. In September 1567, a fire broke out in Braunau am Inn. Without modern firefighting equipment like hoses or engines, such disasters could devastate an entire town in no time. As mayor, Steininger knew he had to take charge of the situation, but in the frantic rush he made one critical mistake. He forgot to secure his beard. While hurrying toward a staircase, Steininger accidentally stepped on his own facial hair, lost his balance, and tumbled down the stairs. The fall proved fatal. Guess you could say that unfortunate trip became his very own stairway to heaven. Rod Hull. Ever been peacefully watching TV when, the signal suddenly cuts out? Frustrating, right? No one understood that annoyance better than Rod Hull. A beloved British comedian and entertainer, Hull rose to fame in the 70s and 80s, always accompanied by his mischievous puppet sidekick Emu. In 1999, Hull was watching a soccer match with his son Oliver when the screen abruptly went blank. Irritated, rather than calling a professional, he decided to fix it himself. Grabbing a ladder, he climbed onto the roof to adjust the aerial. Meanwhile, Oliver stayed inside, waiting to confirm if the picture returned. But instead of a signal, he suddenly heard a crash, followed by a heavy thud. It wasn't the aerial that had fallen. His father had lost his footing, plummeting through the greenhouse and landing hard on the concrete floor below. A tragic and unexpected accident. Honestly, moments like this make you grateful that satellite TV is now a relic of the past. Sonny Bono. Long before Beyoncé and Jay-Z or Meghan and Harry, another powerhouse duo took the world by storm, Sonny and Cher. This iconic American pop and entertainment pair dominated the 60s and 70s, featuring the legendary goddess of pop, Cher, and her then-husband, Sonny Bono. While Cher remains a household name, Sonny was a major figure in his time as well. Beyond his success in music and television, he even dabbled in politics, serving as the mayor of Palm Springs. That is, until January 1998, when his story took a tragic turn. To ring in the new year, Sonny embarked on a family ski trip to Heavenly Ski Resort in California. Accompanied by his wife, Mary Whitaker, and their 2 children, he spent time skiing together before deciding to break off and hit the slopes solo. His family waited for him at the bottom, expecting him to follow soon after, but as the hours passed, there was still no sign of him. Concerned, a search and rescue team was dispatched, and when they finally located him, the outcome was grim. At some point, Sonny had lost control, veering off course and crashing headfirst into a tree on the edge of the slope. And let's be honest, when it comes to a collision between a human skull and a solid tree trunk, there's no question which one comes out on top. Luciano Cecconi. Soccer players aren't exactly known for their brilliance off the field, but one athlete took that stereotype to an all-time low in 1977. Luciano Cecconi, an Italian professional footballer, played for both Team Lazio and the national squad. Beyond his skills on the pitch, he had a well-known fondness for practical jokes, though one prank would prove to be his last. One day, Cecconi and a teammate decided to stir up some trouble at a jewelry store in Rome. Their master plan? Storming in with jackets over their faces, shouting, "Hands in the air!" Truly inspired. Unfortunately, they had no idea the store had been actually robbed just a week earlier. On edge from the recent crime, the shop owner didn't hesitate. He grabbed a shotgun. While Cecconi's teammate quickly surrendered, he kept up the act until the shopkeeper fired. Rushed to the hospital, he didn't survive, uttering his final words, "It's just a joke." The problem? A joke has to actually be funny. Claude Francois. The remarkable French musician and lyricist Claude Francois became widely celebrated in the 1960s for co-creating the original version of My Way. Despite his undeniable talent for music, Francois sometimes appeared to lack practical judgment. In 1978, while enjoying downtime at his home in Paris, he decided to soak in a bath. As he settled into the warm water and began to relax, the singer noticed an issue: the overhead light wasn't functioning. For some reason, the lamp refused to illuminate. Francois then came up with what seemed like a clever solution: to repair it himself. However, there was a critical flaw in his plan. He remained submerged in the bathtub. Needless to say, combining water and electricity is never safe. And as expected, when he touched the bulb, the wet singer tragically met his end through electrocution. What a truly shocking fate. Harry Houdini. Many of you probably think you understand how Harry Houdini, the renowned Hungarian-American escape artist and master of illusions, met his end. His incredible feats, such as being buried alive or escaping from a milk can filled with water, are legendary. But here's the truth. You haven't heard the entire story. Let's rewind to October 1926, when Houdini delivered a lecture at McGill University in Montreal. Following the event, he invited a group of students to his dressing room for further discussion. During this time, one curious student inquired whether it was accurate that Houdini could withstand blows to his abdomen, a claim he had made previously. Confirming the rumor, Houdini found himself unexpectedly tested as the student proceeded to strike him 4 or 5 times in the stomach. Ordinarily, Houdini would have braced himself for such impacts, but since he was resting on a sofa and unprepared, the punches caused significant discomfort. Despite the pain, he dismissed it. Later that day, he began experiencing intense stomach cramps, which only intensified the following day. While traveling by train to his next performance, he suffered from excruciating abdominal pain, cold sweats, and a fever exceeding 100 degrees. A doctor suspected appendicitis, yet Houdini, ever the dedicated performer, refused to postpone his show. Miraculously, he pushed through the performance, but as the final act concluded, he collapsed onto the stage. Rushed to the hospital, it was already too late. Surgeons removed his appendix, but it had burst days prior, releasing toxins into his body. The tale of the infamous punch that supposedly led to Houdini's demise has been recounted countless times, yet the punch itself was likely not the culprit. While it's true that appendicitis can occasionally be triggered by trauma, a condition known as traumatic appendicitis, such cases are exceptionally uncommon. Moreover, Houdini underwent surgery 9 days after the incident in question. If his appendix had ruptured immediately, he would have been incapacitated, unable to move, travel, or perform. Anyone who has experienced appendicitis can attest to just how debilitating the pain can be. So, could the punch have caused his appendix to burst? It seems highly unlikely, but the idea of a man who spent his life evading the most perilous and terrifying fates only to succumb to a failure of his own internal systems, that's truly astonishing. Bruce Lee. Finding a celebrity as fearless as Steve Irwin is no easy task, but Bruce Lee might just fit the bill. The Hong Kong-American martial artist and actor became a global icon through films like Enter the Dragon and The Way of the Dragon, while also popularizing the legendary phrase, "Be water, my friend." So undeniably cool. Given his legendary status, one might assume it would take something extraordinary to bring him down. Yet reality proved otherwise. In 1973, while rehearsing for an upcoming film, Lee complained of dizziness and a headache. His lover, Betty Ting, offered him Equagesic, a powerful aspirin-based medication. After taking the pill, he lay down to rest, only to never wake up. Official reports attributed his death to cerebral edema or brain swelling, triggered by an allergic reaction to the drug. However, recent research suggests a different culprit: kidney dysfunction. Despite his lean physique, Lee frequently followed juice-based diets and consumed excessive amounts of water, disrupting his body's hydration balance. This may have led to hyponatremia, a condition where excess water retention causes nausea, cramping, and, you guessed it, headaches. In severe cases like Lee's, it can result in seizures and rapid brain swelling. Perhaps after all, it was too much water, my friend. These Hollywood transformations prove that change is inevitable, whether it's for a role, personal growth, or just the passage of time. Some stars embrace it, while others face unexpected challenges. But one thing's for sure, the entertainment industry never stays the same. Which celebrity's transformation shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Iconic Inside. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads. And before you go, check out our previous video, 20 Most Evil Actors in Hollywood History. You won't believe some of the names on that list. Click now.